Manchester breakfast.
This is how the day begins in the world's greatest city.
Rent in Manchester is now so expensive that students like Ella have had to leave the city. She now has a long commute from the other side of Liverpool.
The bus takes about 40 minutes to Liverpool, and then from Liverpool it would take an hour or hour and 20 minutes to Manchester. But then coming home, it can take me like 3 hours to get home. So yeah, it's quite draining. I would get quite upset a lot of the time. Like I'd say to my mum, like I just want to be in Manchester. I don't want to be here. Mabel.
Ella had to move back home after her landlord wanted another £200 per month. She has viewed property after property and says there are too many people bidding for too few places.
For quite a few of them, I'd said that I'm happy to pay 3 months in advance because I thought that would maybe get me in there, but that didn't work. I'd also debated asking, like saying that I could pay more rent, but with like the bills and everything going up, it's like the rent's gone up on most places anyway.
So we come into the lounge area just
Letting
here.
agent Tony
Very,
Singh
very
Raud
spacious.
now rents out most of his homes
Quite a
using
lot of
video
spaces
tours
within. So
alone.
if you can have a look at the room from this angle.
Because properties are getting snapped up so quickly, there's no need for him to do physical viewings. He helps landlords find tenants and receives a commission from the rent.
From here, let's take a look into the hallway and show you what.
So you've been in this industry a really long time. What changes have you seen in the past couple of years?
There used to be 2 or 3 people inquiring about a property, but now there's 15 to 20 people after the same house. And some of these tenants as well, you know, majority of them are actually offering 6 to 12 months rent in advance.
Some tenants would say that landlords are raising their prices and sort of taking advantage of just how competitive the market is right now.
Well, you know, you have to look at the property market morally, really, you know, because you've got to look at people's affordability. I mean, it's all right, great to, you know, cash in, but somebody may give you a higher offer on a property. Doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be able to afford it. Or, you know, they'll probably put their gas and electric on a back burner and just try to pay their rent all the time.
They run things like food banks and stuff.
Soaring energy bills and rents have left Melody sleeping on friends' sofas. She has given up looking for a home, saying it became a choice between her law degree or spending more time on pointless house hunting.
I've had places where I've said, can I have your next available viewing? And they called me in 5 minutes, oh, it's gone. Sometimes I've also had when landlords have said, can you like submit an essay, like tell me about yourself? Can you pay more than this person? So they're saying 1,700, can you say 1,800? And it's like a bit of a bidding war. And it's like, honestly, you just don't know what you're gonna get.
The cost of renting in the UK is at a record high, putting even more pressure on people who are already feeling the strain from the rising cost of living. So how did we get here? In January 2019, there were over 360,000 properties available to rent. Now it's around 215,000. So what's that done to prices? At the start of 2019, the average rental would set you back £850. Now it's £1,150.
He was quite a big residential landlord.
Sebastian Gerard made his money in construction, but became a landlord for a more stable income. He says tougher tax and licensing rules, as well as increased mortgage rates, have forced many landlords to either increase the rent or simply sell up.
Rents are going up a lot. As a landlord, how do you justify those rents going up?
Well, I think people tend to think, have a view that landlords are cashing in on rents going up, but of course, there's a lot of different factors in there. It's a risk like any business, really, isn't it? You're investing a lot of money, taking a lot of debt on your head, and of course, you've then got those liabilities, so there's a lot of different aspects to take into account.
With a rental crisis gripping the country, legislation is being introduced to try to tackle it. Scotland has temporarily frozen rent, while many English cities are urging Westminster to follow their lead. And charities warn of a potential surge in homelessness.